Hey guys, apparently I'm reading the news, and Tom Coughlin is going to be able to resign tomorrow. Now, what I was reading was they said the New York Giants are going to allow Tom Coughlin to resign and submit his resignation versus being fired. And I've been thinking about something for a long time concerning the NFL, and it just kind of like just hit home that and I put this on Facebook, that NFL team owners live in the world of Janet Jackson. They do. What have you done for me lately? You see, it doesn't matter that Tom Coughlin took him to the Super Bowl more than once. It doesn't matter that Tom Coughlin had a winning football team or coached a winning football team for several years. What matters is, what have you done for me lately? And I want to know if you guys agree with that. Or if maybe I'm off base here, let me know. And on agreeing with that, do you agree that that's the way it should be, or disagree? Here's what I'm talking about. Do you think that, okay, here you got a coach that's coached this winning team. I mean, he has taken these guys every year to the top, and all of a sudden this year he has a bad year. Here's your pink slip, buddy. Hit the door. The unemployment line is down there. Now, Tom Coughlin's not the only victim, and this isn't the only season that they've done that. Every season, and I think about it every year, that you've got these coaches that have coached these great football teams. They have one bad year, and they're getting fired. And it's funny, every season in football, coming around Christmas or so, I start trying to look at the teams and look and see who's going to get fired. And I'm right on several of them. And so I always try to see that, okay, this one's getting fired. That one's gone on Monday. And what is it about NFL owners that they don't really believe in, like, second chances? They're not going to give this guy another chance. Whatever coach we're talking about, not simply Tom Coughlin, but whatever coach, he's not going to get a second chance. We're not going to see if he can come back and take this team farther next year. We're just going to fire him and bring in somebody that can do better. It's almost like these NFL football teams are owned by Darth Vader. You know, you have failed me. Goodbye. And they bring in the next guy. And I wonder too, if you get chosen, let's say, to be the new NFL head coach of a team that kind of sucked last season, but they say we're going to rebuild the team, we're bringing you in as head coach, wouldn't you be like, I hope we win. I'll be unemployed in December or January, as it were. But I've been thinking about that, how they just replace these guys. Boom, 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 boom. You either have a winning season or you're unemployed. Let's take Jim Harbaugh, for instance. I mean, I don't think they should have got rid of Jim Harbaugh. I really don't. I think they should have got rid of friggin' Kaepernick. They brought in, they brought in another coach, and did we do better? No, we did worse. We did worse. Jim Harbaugh took us to the Super Bowl. It wasn't his fault that Kaepernick ran the ball all through the playoffs and then decided to pass it in the last end of the fourth quarter, losing the Super Bowl. He could have ran it into the end zone. I'm sorry, I digress. Because I live in the past, I shouldn't. But I love my boys. I love the 49ers. So then the next year, Jim Harbaugh what? Takes us again all the way up to the playoffs. What happens? We don't make the Super Bowl, so he's fired. They bring in a new head coach, and now we're not even going to make the friggin' playoffs. So they really threw out the baby with the bathwater, is what they did. And I think that that's what they do year after year. What I'm saying is, Tom Coughlin is going to retire this year. He's going to resign. And maybe he will retire. He's up there. But he's going to resign this year, and I want to see if the Giants are going to do better next year with a new coach or worse. That's a good way to end this blog right here. Let me know, 1 for better, 2 for worse. Just pretend you're at the optometrist. 1 for better, 2 for worse. Do you think the Giants are going to do better or worse next year with a new coach?